So, hello everybody to today's SpecFlow stream. Today we will make the last touches on our Android application that we are testing with Appium together with SpecFlow. But before to that, short reminder, all of our source code we're doing are on our GitHub project, in our SpecFlow SS organization streaming projects. You find there all of our code. Of the last streams, we have our Android application and we have our ASP.NET application here. Some short explanation where you find what implementation and so on. Also, you will find recordings of this.
Hello and welcome to this.
Sorry, autoplay. You will find recordings of the stream on our YouTube channel. We will upload in some days after the stream. There you can watch it again. And if you're currently watching this on video, please subscribe so you get notifications when the next stream or other videos from us are uploaded. Good. Back to our project. So short recap what we did the last time. So we were able to success to run our scenarios automation so in a nice developer loop. So when we change something on our Android application, we build it, it gets automatically deployed to our emulator. We're running emulator. We have here the app starting, and we automated our first scenarios. Not only testing that the app is starting, but also sorry for that. The calculation. Short reminder what this app is about. It's about to simply calculate how old somebody is, in the special case, my little baby daughter. And we started we have the first tests to test the age in days calculation. And that's where we are continuing today. And testing the rest of the calculations, probably doing some additional fields, and I also want to add a button to refresh the calculations. What we also did is we are using together with Appium feature called a backdoor to change the state within our application. Normally the burst is currently hard-coded, but this doesn't work for our test and also now is running. So what we did a backdoor where we can then set for the application what is the burst state we're looking at and what is now at the moment to see the correct calculation. Let's quickly run one month after. Let's run one of the tests quickly, and we should then see during the execution that the numbers are changing because we are changing the internal state of the application, and so we get different calculations. So, and about now, and yay! And the first one and the second one, because nice, done. So, and let's continue this also for the other ones. So. Let's copy this scenario. So age in weeks calculation. So and then the baby is weeks weeks old. Simply binding. Let's change this to weeks. And let's see at the values. So 1 second after birth, it's still 0 weeks. 1 day is also 0 weeks. Then 7 days. That's the first. That's the 8. That would be 1 week. Because when we look at the calendar, January, 8 is one week, yes, of the one, exactly 1 week. And what is the 1 month? 1 month is, okay, here, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Nice. So we probably need, we need a binding for this. Baby step. Then the is born. And we probably can use, let's quickly check, did we put accessibility IDs on it? Yes, allow. Age in weeks, label, age in weeks, we did already put automation IDs on it. That's cool. So we don't need to rebuild this again. But what we can also do is we can refactor this a little bit. We can make a method out of it. So should be number of something old. So, and what I would like to have is not, that's the expected value. And I would like also to have the accessibility ID as parameter. And if we can change signature, change the order, so should be number of days old, and then we can write here should be number of days old. The accessibility ID is age in weeks, and this is P0. This we can change to int weeks old and make here weeks old. And then we can say, we can refactor this. That's the text. No, not building. That's the text element. No, only one M. Then we can say actual value. So, and then we can change here. So let's build this and let's run the test. So we have now 4 more tests. So let's run the. Let's run only one quickly to see if it's working, and then we can do the rest of them. But not that we have now 4 failing tests and have to wait stupidly long. If you have questions, please put them in the chat and I will answer them when they arise. 8 weeks, yes. No, it's okay. 7 days birth. The input string was was not in a correct format. Okay, that's interesting. Is this error from our one? From SpecFlow. And it's here weeks. Capital. Wasn't the same. Good. Next try. So let's see. Okay, for application starting. Now we should change the dates. Yes. Now the age in weeks, and let it be green. Yes. Cool. Cool. So let's see if our other calculations are correct. Don't need this. Let's pin this. Good. Good. Oops. So in the meantime, we can already write our month calculation. So it's month month. So this time I care that this is the same one. So 1 day after 7 days, we don't need that example. 1 month after birth is 1, and let's say 1 year after birth, so it's the 1st January on 2021. This should be 12 months. And again, we need to bind this, but this is now again quickly, because the only thing what we need to do is we can reuse our method, months old, and remove this. Should be number of. Let's have a quick look for the accessibility ID, age in months, and months old. Nice. And in the meantime, everything is green. Cool. And we got additional tests here. So I'm interested mainly on the months and year. Let's run these two. So application is starting, so 1 month after is executed, so we should see a 1. Yes, nice. And yeah, no errors, and now the second one. Okay, starting. 12 months. Did I? Is 2022 was 2022 a leap year? Yes, 2022 was leap year. Good. I was irritated. It had 366 days. Good. Cool, cool, cool. So this is rather quickly. We're doing real quick. So add missing scenarios for weeks and month calculation. Good. That's there. So what I wanted to add now, a little more than fun and everything is, so I want to add this or enhance this also. Now it's the lowest unit is days. Let's do this in hour. What about hours? Age in hours. Age in hours. Okay, what is this? Data context type. Cool, main page, and this is the main view model. Ooh, nice. Do we have now syntax? Nice, we have now syntax highlighting, so we can use here hours old. We get an error, but can we use Alt and create a property? Nice. And nice, it goes here, hours old. And we can use this, so times that, time spent since birth, total hours, toString, nice. And let's get minutes. Minutes, total minutes, and is there also, let's get completely crazy, seconds old, total seconds. I think we don't need to go down to milliseconds, but that's a lot of fun. So okay, age in hours. Need two more stack layers. Age in seconds. Seconds old. Age in seconds. And age in minutes. Not minutes, minutes. Minutes old. Seconds. Did I write there something? Seconds. Nice, and the reference it sees the usage age in minutes old. Let's build this. Let's see how it looks like. Probably we need to do something on the formatting of the numbers. So build succeeded. So let's start this in the emulator. Let's have a look at how it looks like. Okay, there's a warning about uninstalling it first. Oh, it's here. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, nearly 10 million seconds. Nice. So, and what we can now do also is, and that's what we can now do is we make here a button. We add here a button. we make a command is binding path refresh command, and the text is like refresh equals refresh. So now we need this command object. So in Xamarin with Xamarin and MVVM, you don't use event handlers. You use commands. They have more possibilities. So is there a new nice, there's already a command implementation. This thanks for nothing. Show potential fixes. What the? Let's make, we have the constructor, refresh command equals new command, and then we can make there an action, and that's easy. So what we need, if you want to refresh, and this is simply the provider change, but let's make it different. Let's make this a method refresh UI. And then we can use here refresh UI. So what is this? No. What is missing? So the other properties are missing, and in a moment I will explain what's happening here. The seconds old, hours old, and we forget minutes old. So, if you're not familiar with MVVM and XAML, so you have commands, and this is an implementation from iCommand. And this interface, it's not only that what is executed, this had also options what to say. So can execute it, and depending on this, the button works or doesn't work. So it's more versatile. And what we say is new command, and then we have here the parameter and action. We could implement this here. We could write here anonymous function, but we don't need to because we are using our function this we have. And this refresh UI is one method with all calls that will notify property change on the property, so the UI gets updated. And this is also happens with this provider data changed in the background. So, and when we start this application now, we should have a button. When we press, we should see that the seconds number is increasing because it gets updated. That's the calculation new. So, not the nicest one button, but it's there. When we have now 416, 425, 427, 28, 29. So, and now the minutes jumped. So, and that's one. I want to just show you how to press the button with Appium. So, let's add it to the app features. Scenario, refresh button updates the UI. Description, we see this because the seconds changed after pressing the button. So what we need, let's get our steps here. So the given is born. Let's make it again easy. It's on the no 1st January at 1 second when it's currently, and then so, and let's rate it if the baby is born and given, and it's currently so, and then the then is, then the UI is updated, shows updated values, and the action is when the let's refresh. We don't refresh updates here. When refresh happens, good, and it is currently so. So what I want to say, so we start with a range. So we say, okay, the baby is born and it's currently the same date, so it's currently born. So then we let the time pass some seconds, and then we refresh when, and then a refresh happens. Yeah, okay, and then and the refresh happens. Then the UI shows updated values. So how do we do this? So first we need to make the bindings work. So when it's currently, so we can use, I think I've mentioned it before, what you can do with SpecFlow is, so with bindings is a binding in default is works only for one of the 3 parts. So we have the given attributes here. Given is only working in the given parts of the scenario, and the same thing is with when and then. But what you can do is you can put multiple attributes on the methods here, and so now it's available in the given and in the when part. Yay! Good. When a refresh happens, let's make this step, but let's don't implement it yet. Put it here. Let's remove this. And then the UI shows updated values. That's also app steps. So the big question is now, how do we know that UI shows updated values? Good question. How do we bring this test to fail? What we could do is that when we get this, when it's currently, we save afterwards what is there. Every time we do this vector driver and this, we get all the stuff we have there and save it in a state. Yeah, let's do this. So what we need, so we need a class. So now we need our we aren't at net 5. Cool. So public record UI state, and this is int seconds, int hours, int minutes, int, and I think I should make them capital, hours, int minutes, int days, int weeks, int month. So we have a nice record. And what we can do is we need this as a method. Get value of element, and what we can do is when it's currently var current UI equals new UI state, and now we can make get value of element, and this is the age in seconds. Need a semicolon, and let's age in minutes, age in hours, age in days, age in weeks, and the last one is age in months. So we can make this, we need this more often. Let's make this also a method, and this is get current UI state, and we add UI to the so let's quickly stuff. So what can we do now is we can do, what we need is we need a new driver to save this. So let's make an UI state driver, and this is easy. We need UI state, we need the current state, and before. So we created a simple class with only two public properties to make it easier to share data now between the steps. And thanks to context injection in SpecFlow, we can now get it here. It's the UI state driver. We save it here. And the same stuff can we do in the baby steps. So we can also get it here, the UI state driver. And that's the same instance. And this is nice. So what we can do now here is we say UI state driver. The before is yeah, we could make this nicer. We make a public void update. This is UI state, and we can say before equals current and current equals UI state. And now we can make these private. This is nicer for encapsulation. And now we can say here UI state driver update, and we say get current UI state. And that's good. Does this work? Does this work? So let's think. Currently we have here, we don't have anything, so we set it. We set current, and then we have this here, and then we do this, and then no, because it doesn't. So this is before it's null and current is set, and here is before then this one and current to this set, and a refresh happens, and this was also update this. No, this can't work in that way, so that's so where we need this is in refresh happens. Here we need this one. How do we do this? So the first thing what we do is we state driver. Yeah, we could move this here. This is public, perhaps. Then we can also move this one here. We don't have the Appium driver, but this is not a problem. Appium driver. Let's have this here. So what do we do here? We can do it not differently, because we could make UI state driver current days should be days old. Nice, that's nice. So then we can get rid here of the accessibility IDs. UI state driver current weeks should be weeks old. UI state driver current months should be months old. Then we can get rid of this. This makes it nice. So, but currently now everything is broken. Now what we can do is we can say here UI state driver update, and then let's don't make here this, make it don't make this like this. No, this is that, but current is get current UI state, and we can remove this parameter. So that's good. And then we can remove here the Appium driver. Less dependencies. Nice. Does it build still? Yes. So this works, but still our refresh happens, and the DUI should update its values. So there we need to do an update, and then we can say UI state driver should have changed. So, and now the nice one is, because we are using, where is it? Because we are using here a record. Let's put here the record. And what records have is, by default, to another file, that it's implementing value equality. So what we can now say here is should have changed. So before should not be current. And this should make an equality compare, and because how records work, it's looking at all of the properties and does it for that. So we don't need to make now a lot of ifs and check every property on us by ourselves in on the record. So we don't need now 6 ifs. I love records. So the only problem is that we did not refresh happens. We can before the UI state we make an update to save the state, and then the rest is afterwards. So let's build this and let's see what's happening. So there's app. Let's run this. Let's see what's happening. I think it will be green already because how we did the backdoor. But let's check this and then let's see if it's a problem or not. So it did the stuff and should be finished any second now. Dun, 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 dun. No. What is happening in Appium? Looks like it's still getting the data. Done. Okay, it did not expect to be equal. Did not expect to be equal, but it was equal. Okay. Yeah, because, and that's the problem, what I mentioned is that because when we change with our backdoor, we do also a UI update. That's, if we change here, we make an unnotified property change and update, already update the UI. If we don't do this, yeah, we can, let's don't do this, but then we need to, yeah, before that we didn't have a refresh button. Now we have a refresh button, so we can update the UI with that. So before that we needed a manual update. So when it's currently no, then we can here, and let's make no vector driver, yeah, state. So what we need to do is we need a new class. That's the refresh. Let's name it refresh driver. So what we need is the Appium driver, and let's make a button public void refresh. Press refresh UI button, and this is Appium driver find element, and we should by name, tag name, class name, ID, by I want a text, link text, partial link tab, tag name, XPath. Let's take again the accessibility ID and put one here. Here it's called automation ID, is the refresh. No. By refresh, so this is a Android element, and now we can say Android element, click to press the button, and this refresh driver can be now used here in the refresh driver in the baby steps, and we want this to be called before checking this here, and then we get the state. So and yeah, let's build this. Let's see. So let's run it. I expect still that it's failing, but it should be 0, 0, 0. No, it should be some garbage, some values from the hard-coded stuff. And we shouldn't see the UI updated here anyway. Okay, it's still updating. That means it didn't deploy the latest version of the app to the phone, to the emulator. So, okay, we need to remove it here. They're always taking so much time. Yeah, testing against browsers or hardware is always slow. It's always don't create too much tests. Oh, too much tests. How you have to see if you have a lot of tests and they take long, if this brings you and your project value or not. So again, so let's run this again. It installs Probably we did only change it in the Xamarin Forms part. Probably again MS Build didn't notice this and did not build the Android part again. Do we have? No, it changed again. Let's stop this. Good, let's rebuild this. Let's delete it again. Thank you. Din, 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 din. So now the signing of the creation of the APK is taking sometimes. So finished. So now run. Good that we have a 2 hours window for the stream. So we can spend some time on watching this execute. So now the UI shouldn't change at all, ever, because the binding, yeah, looks good. The binding for hitting the refresh button is not yet implemented. So probably getting all states and saving it is not the quickest solution. No. Oh. Yeah, so expect equal. So now we can go to the app steps. When the refresh is happens, so we can here add the refresh driver, and after that we refresh driver, refresh button. So build, and let's do it again, my friend. So application runs, we should only see one refresh. Probably should the button be somehow pressed. What's it look like? We need some waiting music. Yeah, there was the refresh. Nice. And now it gets all the stuff. And the values were completely different because it takes time, and we implemented the stuff that is taking time. Ooh, that could be a problem if the other scenarios, because we are not taking so much time. Cool, but the refresh is working. So now let's see what happens. Let's run all the duration calculations. So, yeah. Short reminder, if you have questions, please ask them in the chat. And also, again, so until this is running, all our code is here on our GitHub project and the SpecFlow SS streaming project. You find here all the code. I will always push after the stream stuff up. You can see what's happening here. And again, all of the should be a link here also then. All of our recordings are going to on our YouTube channel. Yeah, you find the recordings. You find here the from 2 weeks ago. It's the last one is not yet finished yet. I hope I can finish this tomorrow. And yeah, you fill all the stream recordings we did already. It's already some here, and yeah, please subscribe to our YouTube channel that we can that you get notifications when there are new videos available. And if you are currently watching this as a recording, please follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/SpecFlow. Where currently are? No? Yeah? Wow. So follow us there, and you get notifications when we are going live on Twitch. Good. Shameless plug finished. Let's have a look at our scenarios. They're still green. Nice. Cool. So no, looks not yet a problem. Okay, we're still at the days calculation. Yeah, there doesn't it matter that much when we take longer. We don't hit changing date. Cool. Yeah, this getting all the stuff is taking long. That's interesting. The question is what is the reason for it? Is it no? So my CPU doesn't look like a problem. So the notebook, Appium 4%, 5%. Also the VM doesn't take so much time. So that doesn't look be a problem. Is it that Appium is so... Let's see. Appium fastest way to find element. What is the fastest? Fast and reliable find element. Appium. Okay, the best and fastest way to reach element. So, finding element locator strategies. Port. XPath should be avoided. Directive can be found. Brittle accessibility, look at the cross-platform unique. the concept. Mobile buy. From there it is. Okay. IS specificator. Which selectors to use. Where is fast? Last one unique and fast. Okay. That's already the fast one. WebDriver. PyID. So, but it looks, looks like it's still working. Nice. Nice. Good. But we have about a minute for each test. Okay. Probably we are making the most time here. They're getting the accessibility ID already. What is this doing? How can we make this faster? Okay, that's that. Okay, how can we make this faster? Let's see what's the. So let's see. Let's finish this and then let's have a look at the report. What's really the. What's so far? How do we see this? We should be seeing this here. So 29 seconds does the, so when it's currently that's fast, but when it's baby is months old is 29 seconds. Okay. Yeah, the baby is old. You make the refresh button, then update, and probably the update is taking so long. We could make a profiling. Here in the update, we're getting all of these. Only 6 elements. Why it's taking so long? Any ideas, chat? None of element. This is a pass. It's this one. This should be already the fastest way. File identifier. Yeah, we could see. I think this this inspector had some. Okay, good. Everything is green. That's nice. So what we now? Let's make first a commit. So save everything. Add the refresh button. Adjust bindings. Add seconds, hours, seconds, minutes, and hours. Calculation. Commit all. Good. So, first thing, report. So we are using SpecFlow Plus Run, and with that we're generating automatically a report. Let's have a look what is telling us this from the duration. All about the same. So let's have a look at this. So given the baby, this is the first one where we start. Okay, this takes long, 23 seconds. And then the baby is 0 days old, and again 30 seconds. Okay, nothing more there. Can we profile this? Let's see what's happened. I never tried to do this. With an Appium test. So let's see if we get something interesting out of it or something completely useless. So we press the refresh button. Should be done any second now. And so here done. Files, grains, no data buffers. Yeah, that wasn't that successful. Okay. So let's make it the old fatal. So So let's make here. Breakpoints. Ready. Debug. So let's wait until we have to debug the breakpoints. So and go. Okay, focus lost. And go. Yeah, that's the one that's taking so long. Yeah, 25 seconds about. Yeah, here. Yeah, 24, 25 seconds after this. So one of them 6-1 about 4 to 5 seconds. No. I'm not sure if you can do that, make this faster. I'm really not sure. What we could do is there are some options. What we could do is we could cache the elements, but this only brings us gain on the second axis, so we only save on the refresh button, because the update is only called refresh. It's here 2 times called, yes, and the rest, baby step, is only 1 time called in the then step to get the stuff. We could not. What we're doing is getting a lot of stuff here, and we theoretically don't need everything, but because only the seconds is changing. Seconds is changing. That is a possibility, but it's problem is if we then forget or somehow remove one line here, we don't get a failing test. Huh. I'm not sure if we can make this faster. So what we could try is to test this on a real device. If this is the difference, if the emulator is the reason or not. So let's see. So let's see if I can get this to work. I'm using now my phone. So, and yeah, so software information. Oh. Version. Did I already enable the developer? Developer, no, that's not the developer. Okay, I did not yet activate it on my activate developer Android Note 10. They always hide this. So settings menu, about phone. What? Software information. Locate the build number. enter your so developer options are on. So how to update USB debugging. Allow. So we should no. So let's stop this. Server is locked. Edit configuration. Now this is here. Okay, start server. Inspector. So, advanced settings, capabilities. Let's see if we see this, if this works or not. The device monitor, what is that? It's different. So console. You can make ADB devices, I think. It finds my yeah, cool. It finds my device. That's good. So so the thing is, we need now, we have here in the Appium driver, I think we have here yeah, and the capabilities platform, is it true? I'm on Android 10. I'm on Android 10, so I need to change this to 10. So let's see if this works. Let's quickly do the app can be started test. Let's see if it's deploying on my phone. I got an Appium settings pop up. Yeah, I have some symbols up there for Appium. Let's see what's happening. Okay, it's builds the stuff. Nice. So shouldn't I have DEX here? No, DEX is not installed. And probably with debugging doesn't work with DEX. So DEX is you can share the screen with your Android phone. So nothing yet happened on the phone. It's still compiling on the machine. So okay. It starts on the application on the phone. We got it. Now the application is gone, but it worked. Nice. So now I'm interested, is this faster or not? We don't need this. Come back here. So that you see at least something changing. And so 1.7 minutes. Let's see how fast it is on the device. Not really that faster. So it's finished. 50 seconds. Let's make the area 57 seconds. Let's see if this makes some difference. Okay, application has started. Here's the app. Now updated it. So the refresh button was hit. And it's done. So 50 only 7 seconds, so it's not that much more. So was a try. Sadly, it didn't work. Good. No, in the past there was quite a difference between emulator and local phone, but looks like it's gone now. So, and that we don't always have to change this. Let's make a new pixel x86 with Appy 10. Create. Yeah, accept. Oh, it's downloading stuff. Okay, it's quick enough. Good, or not so good. Yeah. Yeah, in that case, it's getting. Yeah, you see, it's getting longer. In that case, it's getting to start interesting if you can run these in parallel. But running them in parallel means you need multiple devices, multiple emulators. What I can't now do here locally. That's something where you can look into it and do stuff and try to get your execution runtime down. So good. Yeah. We can undo this here. Oh, there's no typo. Appium. So, device error, unknown error. Okay, thanks. Okay. Yeah. I think the demo gods aren't with us anymore. That was not the plan. Good, now the emulator is broken. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good, but we went through all of this what I wanted to show you today. So we added the missing functionality, or added the scenarios for the missing scenarios for the functionality that was planned. We did a little bit of refactoring of the code. Looks a little bit better. We don't have so much stuff anymore in our driver, in our steps classes. All moved to the drivers. We added not only reading out the stuff, but also clicking on the button. It's, if you're familiar with Selenium WebDriver, it's the same. Use some other locator strategies to find the stuff, but it's still the same. We tried it out on a local phone. Wasn't that much different on execution runtime. So yeah, you see it's everything about a second. We identified the reason that because we're getting all the 6 elements here. Personally, getting 6 elements and of it shouldn't take that long, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, what does this change here still? Yeah, that was the change with the version number. Yeah, we tried it, we changed it. Use Android 10. So, and let's push this up. Cool. To do this, do you think we did everything? We were able to automate the bug version? Yes, use an APK. Yeah, we did this with the release folder in last sprint, the state of the app, we did this, and scenarios for week and month. So we did everything here. Nice. So we can remove out 2.txt. We are done with them. All our to-dos are done. Smiley face. Yeah, we are done with that. It was a quick stream, only 1.5 hours. Yeah, finishing the rest of the stuff. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Again, all of our source code, and I published now, pushed now, so all the source code from now is already online. You can have a look at it in details. You find here everything about our projects on SpecFlow/streaming projects in the repo. And again, all our recordings go up on YouTube.
Hello.
Where you find them